Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy best month ever to be reading. I feel like December and January are the absolute best months to read. It's the holidays, there's more free time, it's cold outside, so you just want to cozy up with a book. And I feel like reading books that fit your vibes, so winter books or books that take place in cold areas, it's very fantasy, that kind of stuff really helps get you in like the winter mode and have a really fun, happy winter. Winter is actually one of my favorite seasons. I'd say fall and winter. I guess I just like the cold. I just like being inside. I'm just a homebody. Okay, I bought a house. I will be enjoying it. Thank you. The day that I'm filming this, we are 6 days out from Christmas. I have off of work all next week. I have plenty of time. In-laws will be in town, but I'll have time to read. And I just want to read some like cheesy Christmas books, some just winter-esque books, and also get out of my comfort zone here and dabble a little bit in some genres. So first I'll tell you guys all the books I'm going to read, why they're out of my comfort zone or in my comfort zone, and then we'll just get into reading it. Now, I may not finish every single one of these books in this video, but I'm at least going to start them and give my opinion of them. I like to get at least 100 pages into a book before I even start to review it. All these books are Kindle Unlimited. I have a little deal for the next 2 months. I paid like $1 for 2 months, so I was like, all right, let's get it going. Time to read out of my comfort zone. My first two are like those Amazon, it's like a little interconnected series about Christmas. It's an Amazon original with different authors. It is so beyond out of my comfort zone. We have Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. I've heard of her before. And Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey. I haven't heard of her. But these are all like famous authors. There's 5 books. I decided to read these 2. Don't know why. This is like the ultimate cringe, Hallmark, quick, like I think they're like 100 pages. I also have them on Audible because it came with Kindle Unlimited. So these I might listen to just to kind of get me into that Christmas spirit, I guess. But I have a feeling I'm gonna hate them. Another book I'm going to attempt is A Court of Sugar and Spice. This is supposed to be a Nutcracker retelling. Perfect to read around Christmas. I'm pretty sure it's spicy. I'm pretty sure all 3 of those have spice in them. I'm not a huge spice reader, but we'll suffer through. I'll skip if I need to. I feel like that one won't necessarily be out of my comfort zone, and I even heard someone say that it's actually kind of similar to ACOTAR, I mean A Court of, but it's about the Nutcracker, and I think the premise is that there's like 2 human girls and they get taken into the Fae realm, so ACOTAR. The next one is called Frost, a Fae Romance by C.N. Crawford. Just read the little preview, and this is very just like wintry, not necessarily Christmas, but she's Fae, she catches her boyfriend cheating, and then the king comes in looking for a fae like her. That sounds like a good book right there. I love me a good fae romance. One Dark Window. This has been on my TBR for probably a year now. I believe it's a duology, and I've heard nothing but good things about this. I've heard that the magic is like so different, so cool. I don't even know what it's about, and I honestly want to go in blind. I don't even want to read what the back of the book says. And then Fairytale, a dark gothic fantasy romance. I haven't ever done an actual like gothic fantasy romance, but I love fantasy. I feel like the dark gothic vibes are perfect for winter, December going into January. So I'm pretty excited to see if I like that. The other one that's super out of my comfort zone is kind of like a mix of folklore books, and it's called Sunless Solstice. It's basically like weird Christmas tales, a little bit more just like folklore. I think it's supposed to be a little bit scary. It's only like 200 something pages, and basically each chapter I think is just like a different little folklore, like the ghost at Crossroads, the blue room, on the northern ice, the black cat, it goes on and on. So I feel like that'd be just kind of like a fun little like read one here and there type of book. So I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm also picking a few in my comfort zone, and this list could expand as this week goes on, but I just kind of want to get through some wintry, Christmassy type books. So let's start with those Hallmark romance vibes type of books. Fit check and book update. I just went to a little church Christmas special choir orchestra type of thing. It was so good, by the way. These boots, I just got them. I think they're so cute. But I have 2 chapters of the book left. I realized the book was only 70 pages. So I'll just give my thoughts when I finish the book, but I was making cat food because I make my cats own like raw food. And I almost finished the entire thing already on audiobook. I've changed into my comfy clothes, and I'm trying out a little new dessert recipe that is a healthier version. Basically, I'm making Oreo balls, but with healthier options. I'm not saying this is healthy, healthier, okay? getting in the Christmas spirit. I actually just found myself like wondering what happens next in the story, so I guess I don't hate this as much as I thought I was going to. This is crazy. All right, chapter 5 out of 7. Here we go. That was so quick. I've never read a book that short before. Cruel Winter with You review. I don't even know where to begin with this because it was potentially the worst book I've ever read, but also not. Because I've read books that were supposed to be good. This was written to like not be good. It's like a Hallmark movie. Like it was written just for the vibes. It's basically like these two grew up together, they were best friends, and one has feelings for the other and has been obsessed with them for their entire life. And who knows what happens, right? But to me it was giving stalker. To me it was giving I'm scared, but also like I get what it was trying to do. It was trying to be cute, and I guess it's like Christmassy winter because at the beginning it's like the week of Christmas. It had nothing to do with winter or Christmas the rest of the book. I just can't believe that book exists, but also like it did what it needed to do. I locked in, I did my chores, I did the things I needed, and I am definitely about to listen to the next one because it helped me lock in. It was just like a short story, super cringe, but like, okay, fair enough. Whatever, sit down and read that when I'm all cozy and ready to like read a book? No. But it worked. Okay, so I don't know what to rate it. It just feels like I shouldn't. I think I'm going to refrain from rating that because I feel like it wasn't even real. Okay, moving on to the next one, Merry Ever After. And now that I know what I'm expecting, let's see how this one goes. Oh my gosh. I take back everything I said about Cruel Winter with You because Merry Ever After has to be the worst book I've ever read, listened to in my entire life. I definitely just listened to the entire thing in 3.5x speed because I felt like throwing up the entire time. And the only reason I even finished it is because my hands were covered in cat food because I was like portioning it out for the next month, and I literally couldn't grab my phone to stop it. And I was like, you know what? I committed. I said I was gonna read this. I'm gonna do it. I hated every single second of it. Literally from chapter 1, I knew it was gonna be bad. It made me, if this is what men think like, hate all men. I don't know, I'm just a hater right now. I'm just full on hating. And if this is the kind of book you like, I'm trying not to be a hater, but no, I don't even care. This is my YouTube channel. I'm hating. If I could give negative stars, it would get a -5. How do I say this appropriately? There are books that have spice scenes in them. A lot of the fantasy books I read have spice scenes in them. A lot of times it's attached with people being in love. I can handle that. Cruel Winter with You, no spoilers, but there is one slight spice scene. It's not too crazy. I was like, okay, whatever. I could have just skipped that, but sure. Merry Ever After is written for the spice. I had to go pray after that. No. And I know there are books that are worse than that probably was. I don't read those kind of books. Don't know why I even gave them a try because I knew I would hate them, but I'm trying to get a little out of my comfort zone to just test some stuff out. I'm glad to know I'm not alone. I'm on Goodreads, and the amount of 1-star reviews is crazy. Even from people who generally enjoy like a little spicy novella. No, everybody hates this book, and I'm so glad I'm not the only one. I've now grounded myself in the reality of good books, and I'm going back to A Cruel Winter with You is 2 stars. Whatever the other one was is like less than 1 star, but Goodreads only lets me give it a 1 star, so I'm giving it a 1 star. I said normally I don't like to give first impressions till I'm like 100 pages in, but I wanted to give a little update on this. I'm literally on page like 17. I just read a little bit before bed last night. It's already so weird, and I was like, wait, why is this so weird? And then I realized I don't even know the story of the Nutcracker, to be completely honest, so I looked it up and listened to someone explain what the actual original story of the Nutcracker is. Now it makes sense why this book is so weird. That's the point. The Nutcracker is weird. And so now that I know the story of the Nutcracker, I'm actually so excited. And I did watch a little review about A Quart of Sugar and Spice, and people were saying it does a really good job of kind of sticking to that Nutcracker retelling while also still adding in more like whimsical romance fantasy aspects to it. But it kind of sounds like romance fantasy was a part of the original Nutcracker story. Anyway, the original story is super weird if you ever go in depth about it. So now I'm kind of excited for this like weird, and I feel like this is gonna be perfect for Christmas because Nutcracker, that is like Christmas time. So I'm actually really excited to dive into this book, even though I'm kind of like off put by it, but like also I'm like, okay, I've never read something like this. So let's go for it, you know? Another little switch up, sorry to switch up again, but I am going to be listening to Lord of the Rings because I just found out my in-laws get here tomorrow earlier than I thought. So I need to lock in and clean this whole house. So I need an audiobook, and people say that Lord of the Rings, I guess because the movies came out in December, are like Christmassy vibes. I guess everyone rewatches and rereads around Christmas time. So I think it works out perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and get back into it. I'm already on chapter 8 because I started it like a month ago, but let's lock in and clean. On, and that's kind of loud, but I'm getting in bed for the evening. It's like 1 a.m. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of reading on my Kindle, but I got to chapter I think 13 of Lord of the Rings. I'm liking it so far. I've seen the movies, I've actually watched 1,000,001 videos about Lord of the Rings, so it's just like a fun journey, but I already know what's gonna happen. And I basically cleaned my whole house. My dad came over and helped with like a plumbing issue, so I wasn't really vlogging much, but I'm ready to just kind of cozy up and then potentially just fall asleep, but I'm gonna try to read. I finally finished getting my house completely ready for my in-laws to be here. All the guest rooms are set up, everything's clean, the dishes are running. Life is good. Now I'm just gonna sit and relax until they get here and do some reading. Update on all the books. So Lord of the Rings, I basically just got to where Frodo's in Rivendell, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, he kind of just woke up there. But I kind of wanted something a little easier because there's a lot of like songs and just, you know, Lord of the Rings is a different vibe. So I looked up like free audiobooks with Kindle Unlimited, and I found 5 Winters by Kitty Johnson. I'm on chapter 7 and I'm kind of liking it. It's basically about, there's a girl and her best friend, and they kind of grew up together because the girl's parents passed away when she was younger, and her best friend's parents kind of took her in. She has a crush on her best friend's brother. Well, her best friend's brother is getting married right around Christmas, and so she's like in her 30s now. She still had that crush. She hasn't gotten married even though she wants to. She wants kids, she wants a family, but she was so in love with her best friend's brother, but he just got married. But at the wedding, she meets someone. So it's very like winter vibes, Christmas vibes, kind of falling in love, kind of moving on vibes. It's cute, it's fun, it's nothing to write home about, but it's nice to just throw in. It's just like a fun little story while I was cleaning the house, so I was enjoying it. And then my update on A Quart of Sugar and Spice is I'm only on chapter 3. I fell asleep last night, but I just got to the part where like the doll comes alive, which I would say isn't a spoiler because it's a Nutcracker retelling. Basically, the Nutcracker just came to life. So it's definitely, I think, gonna be interesting. He keeps calling her like, I think he calls her a human or a mortal. I think human. I don't know, I don't remember. But it's definitely very like, you're just a human and I need you to do something with me. And that's kind of like where I'm at. So I don't really know what's gonna happen next. But I do wanna look up fan art. Hopefully it doesn't spoil it because I'm having a hard time envisioning, because the descriptions are very odd. It's an odd book in general, but it's kind of like a fun odd. Okay, one last beginning of the book thoughts before I really get into it. Clara. There's this quote from Clara, and it says, "I can hardly grasp what he's saying. It seems so foolishly fantastical, like something out of a child's storybook." And I feel like that describes this book so well. I'm only 27 pages in, but that's the vibes. It's whimsical. It's very odd. It's not like the normal fae romances I have read. So we'll see where it goes. I have 2 book updates for you guys. And today is Christmas Eve. So first I want to say that A Court of Sugar and Spice has officially been DNF. I got to page 126, chapter 12, and I just can't do it anymore. It is foul. Okay, I was actually really enjoying it and I was gonna give it like a really solid 3-star. It now has a 1-star and I will not be finishing it because I thought it was so cute, so fun. The author did such a good job of building this magical, fun world. I was loving this idea of the Fae being kidnapped by the Godfather and cursed to be the Nutcracker. And then they go and they fight some rats, like from the Rat Kingdom or whatever. It was such a good idea in theory, and it was actually really getting me in the Christmas spirit. Like the Nutcracker was really throwing me in. I was listening to like all Nutcracker music soundtracks. It was so fun until I realized that this book was written for the smut, not for the plot. And what I've realized in my reading journey is if there's like a smut scene here or there, potentially I could just skip it. It has to do with a love story. I'm fine with that. This book is a raunchy smut Nutcracker retelling. My update on 5 Winters, I'm on chapter 7. There's only 5 hours left of listening, but I am also DNFing. It turned from cute Christmas to okay, I'm gonna spoil it. Okay, because if you're gonna read it, just skip for the next like minute because I just have to say this. She is like in her 30s, mad because like the love of her life is getting married, right? Then she starts dating a guy she met at the wedding, and she's always wanted to be a mom, and he has 2 daughters, and it seems like the author is trying to insinuate like, oh look, now you have kids. That's not how that works. I have a stepmom. I love my stepmom. I have a stepdad. I love my stepdad. They're not my parents. So the way that this is written, they're just dating, and she's like upset that the daughters who are like little don't like her and are like, oh, we're doing that with mom. We're doing that with mom. Oh, we're already doing that with mom. Like all these Christmas activities. It's like, as they should. As they should, it's their mom. Yes. So honestly, the book was making me a little upset. It was giving like pick me in a way. So I'm over that. Nothing is hitting. I hate all these Christmas books. So DNF. Lord of the Rings is fine. Didn't DNF, but I'm taking a little break. So my other 3 books I wanted to start this week with Christmas is read some of those Sunless Solstice little stories, Fairytale and Frost. I feel like Fairytale and Frost are gonna be it for me. Like they seem like more of what I like to read. So I might start one of those and I might read a little Sunless Solstice story. I don't know. Get out of my comfort zone a bit. So I'm also going to do some vlogging of just Christmas activities that we're doing. It's Christmas Eve, we're going to church tonight, and tomorrow's Christmas. So obviously you're seeing this video after Christmas, but I do think these books have somewhat helped me kind of get in that like Christmassy winter spirit, just maybe not in the way that I wanted. I ended up ordering one more present for my youngest sister-in-law, so I'm going to wrap it real quick. And then for the rest of tonight, I am going to do a little bit more like traditional vlogging, less to do with reading. But I will still be doing some reading and putting that in. I probably won't talk about books until after Christmas at this point. So we can have a little 5-10 minute segment of this video actually about a vlog. All the Christmas presents are wrapped. Prepping dinner before church tonight. We just got back from church, changed into my Christmas jammies. Dinner is ready, and look how cute! And I made a little punch.
Water.
So cute. Dinner. I'm drinking this. Oh, she's drinking ranch for Christmas. Homemade artichoke dip.
It's really good.
It's giving Christmas Eve. It's giving Santa.
What could it be?
We decided to just go ahead and open presents on Christmas Eve right now. So I have my Santa bag. Oh!
This looks suspicious.
I think she might have a present under there.
Do you want my camera
Chris.
No.
Sorry to get a little angry.
Are you not angry now you found it?
I'm so jolly, old St. Nicholas.
Ooh, goody.
Right.
I thought she was trying to sit on the edge of the table.
What is the name of?
I was like, I wonder what it is.
Oh.
Is it shoes? Yes! Oh, this is so cute! That's why I went over there and took a sip out of it. But mine's prettier. Mine's prettier.
Mine is the prettiest.
Okay, so I nailed the colors on the one saying it's pretty.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Yummy turkey.
And cinnamon rolls. It is Christmas morning. We're at my dad's. We just ate and we're gonna open presents. And we are home. Just got back from my dad's. Gonna do a little haul of everything because there's some really cutesy girly pop gifts. My sister-in-law Maddie's literally made me this with her own 2 hands. Look how freaking cute. Wait, why didn't I wear this today? This is perfect. She crocheted it. Okay, my parents got me new knives because ours were so old, falling apart. I had like 2 knives left and some cutting boards to go with them. And the big present my dad surprised me with, except he's been telling me this for months, so it wasn't a surprise, but I'm so excited. The Dyson hair wrap. He got me the blow dryer with all these attachments, and then I'm gonna order the wrap part. So I'm really excited about this. This is insane. Very exciting. But what else is very exciting is I think this is one of the most cool, like thoughtful gifts is from my in-laws. They got me a book stamp with my own name and like a little coffee thing that I can stamp on my books like this. So let's do a sample. Let's do the first one of these books.
Okay.
Do I do it on the very front page? Like on the cover?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe like the
I
one
think
that
like
says like
this
the title.
page.
Yeah, that one.
Or yeah, the one that says the title. Why am I nervous? Oh, I did it really bad. But you can see it. Okay, well actually you can't in the camera. I'm showing off the gift you guys got me.
She's embossing her book.
Look, cute. And just a few like kind of stocking stuffer things, some Epsom salts, and I haven't even looked in here. Oh, and they got us like a flashlight. My parents got us a flashlight. And then my stepbrother and his wife got us like a game we're probably all gonna play tonight. It's like How Well Do You Know Your Family? And then here's some more just like little stocking stuffer things. So lots of cute, good gifts. I love the handmade. And that is a wrap for my Christmas presents. I was honestly more excited about the gifts I was giving, but I'm also really excited about the gifts I got. So, Merry Bald. Cool.
Oh, bald.
Oh, bald. Day after Christmas pickleball. Yay! It's actually not freezing tonight. It was freezing last time we played. I lost twice. Little book update. So I tried a few of the stories in Sunless Solstice, and I get how that could be appealing and a vibe, but I just don't think it's for me. I knew I was reading out of my comfort zone, but it's very much like old English. They're also like spooky stories. I don't know why I even attempted. I hate that, everything about that. And it just takes like my full brain power to understand what's going on. And I love a book that I can read while I'm waiting at the pickleball courts, or I love reading like 50 pages before bed when I'm kind of falling asleep so I don't use my whole brain. Or if there's a bunch of chaos going around, in order for me to focus, it can't be like hard to understand. So I just don't think that was for me. I gave it a try. It was fun. That's what this video was, just kind of trying out some books. So I looked up the aesthetics of Fairytale and Frost is shorter anyway. So I'm going to read Frost because I feel like that's perfect for like end of December. But I'm really, really excited about Fairytale, and that might just be in another video because I've heard so many people say it's their all-time favorite book, and I'm very excited for that. But I also feel like Frost is going to be really good. So I'll probably wrap up this video with Frost. One Dark Window and Fairytale will be in a different video because I'm actually really excited to dive into those, but they're kind of like bigger, more more commitment books/series. So I'm just gonna read Frost as the very last one of this little Christmas vlog, but I've really enjoyed getting into like that winter vibe with these books. Good morning. Switching it up, you guys are on my bookshelf. Tried to read Frost, it was awful. I DNF'd it on like page 40. It just was like, it starts with the main girl getting cheated on, like chapter 1. And I just already know I'm gonna hate it. The way that it is written is not like fantasy fun. It's like Faye living in the human world. And I know she was probably about to get taken to fairy, whatever. She like stands up to the king when he like, I just hate it. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like nothing about it was appealing. DNF, again, okay, this month has been the worst reading month of my life, other than the fact that I finished Iron Flame. So part of me wants to like skip all this. Like, I'm so worried because some people have said, oh, Fairy Tale's so good, but I also started it and I read the prologue and everything. And it was basically like, hey, this book is not gonna be a quick pace. Like, this is like a thing. There's a lot of complex characters. There's multiple storylines going on. I'm like, do I really want to read that right now? But a lot of people say they love it. Then there's a bunch of trigger warnings. I'm like, do I really want to read about all that? So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. If anything, I'll probably soft DNF it. But I'm excited to get into like One Dark Window, and I just made my January TBR and I'm really excited about that. And today's the last day my in-laws are in town, so we'll see, but I'll give it a try. I got to chapter 2 of Fairy Tale, and so far this is the best book that I've read of all these books that I've tried. I don't know if it's necessarily like a wintry vibe so far, but it has an interesting plot to start. Like, chapter 1 was pretty good. I like the writing a lot. I can tell it's gonna be a long book. The chapters are like 30 minutes long, so 30 minutes according to my Kindle. I'm also a slow reader, but I think I'm gonna like it. It has been a week since I started this video, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. Sorry I didn't find any absolute bangers of books. Obviously, Lord of the Rings is good. It's just a lot. So far, I'm liking Fairy Tale, but I'm not super far into it. Found a lot of books I hate, but I don't know why I decided to do such like an experimental reading vlog. I know what I like, I should just read it. So anyway, tomorrow is Sunday. My in-laws leave at like 4 in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog because I actually ended up getting super sick, which is super annoying because I was hoping to read a lot today or just, I don't know, do something. It's Saturday and I got so sick, like I was drinking tea all day. I took a 2-hour nap. Kind of a rough day. I still feel a little sick, so hopefully I can get some good rest tonight. Probably not though, because they leave tomorrow and I want to hang out. But it's been such a good Christmas week. It was fun to read these little books. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow starts my New Year's reset. If I'm feeling better, it's the Sunday before New Year's, so may as well. I have a lot of fun videos coming soon. I know I'm posting a lot of book related content. I'm probably gonna keep doing so, but I'm also gonna try to do like vlog style, so it's a mix of both. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!